Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Sharan. First of all, thank you so much again for all your love and appreciation. Feels really good to do more and more in life and trading as well, looking at the love that I'm receiving. Now, first of all, what we will do is, obviously it is a midweek, so we are not going to do knowledgeable series. We'll just stick with Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis, trade setups till the end of the week, and then on a Saturday and Sunday we'll look for some knowledgeable series. Now, first of all, if you see here, I am going to talk about today's performance, right, on what we had marked yesterday and how did the markets react to it. Did we find any setups or anything as that? And then we will also look for any setups that we can look for tomorrow. All right. Now, if you always need to remember that whenever we analyze, right, this is a disclaimer. Whenever we analyze, right, we look for potential probability and potential setups, but not necessarily the market has to behave like that, because as I told, markets can be very, very dynamic, right? And there is something called as a ripple effect or butterfly effect, which basically means somebody somewhere far away does something, it gets affected to everybody, right? So the same thing happens. Even though I have analyzed that if it comes here, I will take a trade and so on and on. But if somebody does mischief in the market, everything will go for a toss, right? So we need to be aware about that, and based on that, you need to take decisions in the market. Now, let's look at what happened. We had marked this level yesterday. You can go back to your video yesterday and check for yourself that we had marked this as supply zone. We had marked this as no trade zone, and this we had looked for demand zone. If anything comes here, we will look for it. We also had marked based on our open interest that 16,200 is a very important level for us, primarily because this support was turning into resistance and this can become a vice versa. That was the idea, right? Now, let us see what happened in the daytime, right? The morning, the prices opened here. Now, immediately the price went into this supply zone, touched the supply zone, which we had marked, and we saw that there is a push down from the top side. That means these sellers are still active in the market, right? Step number one, how do we analyze that? When something is worked for us, that means those sellers are still active in the market, right? Now, we also waited when the price came here, and when it touched this 16,200, which we mentioned that it might give us a good setup, immediately we saw a hammer formation followed by a green candle, which is suggesting that the buyers are coming into the market, and thus the price took away all of a sudden till the supply level, right? Now, I'll be very, very honest here. When the price came back into supply, right, I thought that the price will kind of break the supply and go ahead, right? Because the way the markets are moving, in spite of metal sectors falling almost 7 to 8%, right? So I was assuming that it will go up, but not, that was the thought process. And obviously I hit my stop loss also there, but that's a different story. Now, when did we confirm that the price is going to come back, or supply, whatever we had marked is working, is basically when it gave us three signals, okay, three confirmations in the market. This is at a 15 minutes. Look at one. This is your shooting star, okay. Where is the shooting star formation happening? It is happening at the top of the resistance, right? Where there is a huge supply level, wahan pe we are finding a shooting star, which is a first signal of selling. Second, if there is something called as green red red and red green green, when the prices are either moved up or downside, right? Here if you see, there is a green red red, right? It is like a evening star, but not definitely an evening star. Evening star, we need a little gap. This is a form of a evening star, we can say, right? So this was the second setup which told us that prices might come down, right? Followed by the third confirmation, and the final confirmation was this supply level itself, where the price was taking support, right? If you see here, 16,350 levels. And you can also confirm that on 350 here, a lot of puts were being added, right? 16,300, a lot of calls were being added there. So third, this level which was holding very strongly, not ready to give up, and this also which was a resistance turned into a support was finally broken, right? So you had 3 setups confirming that the price was going down. There obviously we took a trade and we made money, right? So this is how you look at a thing. So whatever we spoke yesterday, out of which 5 or 6 setups that we spoke, out of which 3 setups worked and it went wrong. So which is fine. We have to accept that it can go wrong and vice versa. Alright. Now I hope you have understood how I mark zones and all. So we will go into the next part of it where we look for tomorrow's trade setups. Alright. Let's do that. Alright, so if you see again, we'll start from the basic. Right now we are looking at daily time frame. Alright, and how do we do it? We just mark the levels here first and the second one. As mentioned yesterday, I am still under the same thing that in spite of there is a double bottom, as long as the price doesn't cross this neckline and gives us a confirmation, I will not consider it as a double bottom. So till then that this is going to be a range for me. This is support, this is support and this is resistance. Right, so only when it breaks the resistance we will look forward to it, otherwise as of now we will not. Tomorrow if the prices also open somewhere here and crosses the levels, right, that is the first target we will look at. Now obviously we'll go in a step by step manner so that everybody can mark the same things and also look at how it works. Alright, so where all do I find anything? Do I find anything? Yes, I can see here, I can see this again, same things, doesn't change. Like yesterday we had this, if the price breaks the range, we'll look forward to closing the gap. Till then that nothing, right? Here today we had a red candle indicating like a shooting star, right? That's the only difference that we have now. Again, this area becomes our support first level as of now, because this was the resistance that has become support, and there is a gap that has been taken down by this candle. So sorry. So this becomes a kind of level important for us. Now we'll move into smaller time frames to understand the next part of it. Alright. Is there any changes I need to make? No. As of now this again stands straight. This is clear for us, right? So we'll just put any changes here. Maybe this level also I can consider if the price comes to break this particular kind of small gap that is there. Right, so there is nothing much I can draw right now. This is all I can see. Now we'll move into a smaller time frame, 15 minutes, and try and do a few more things. Right, now is there anything that I can see? No. All right, so let's straight away start marking our zones. This will be our first zone, zone number 1. Again, this will be our zone number again, which is nothing but a kind of a kind of supply zone. All right, so we'll put it in red color, and this is the area where we look forward if the price comes to, if at all there is a buying zone, buying region. If the price breaks this level, then we will look at this level around 15,950. Otherwise 16,100 should act as our important level for buying, right? So I'll just put it important level for buying level, not a demand zone but a buying level we can look at, right? Demand zone again will be here itself. As of now, if we at all have to buy, if we at all get a good setup, somewhere around this level is what we will be looking forward. If the price breaks this level, then we will not, right? Now this is supply, this is again we'll keep it as supply. One more important thing I will tell you here, that a lot of times if a zone is kind of tested like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, the 6th or 7th time when it comes to that zone, it will definitely be taken down, right? Because the strength of that zone will become lower and lower, right? Now, is there any other zones that I can mark? Yes, I can mark one more few zones. This zone for me, because there has been a massive sell-off and people will not know what to do in this zone tomorrow, right? The ones who would have just got shocked in the last 1 hour of the market will not understand how to take a trade, or will kind of be in a very hectic situation. So this is a no trading zone for me tomorrow, right? Till here, this level to this level, right? If the price opens in this zone, right, which is between 16,250 से लेकर 16,150 के पास, If it is at all here, I will not look forward to taking a trade. Okay, this is no trading zone for me. Second, I'll just put it in different colors so it becomes easy, right? Now let's put it in yellow, right? Now, what if the price opens here? Tomorrow we have a gap up. Let's assume there is a gap up. So we want to see if there is a gap up, the price comes to this zone and takes a support or not. If not, if it breaks this level of support of this supply, then again we will look forward to selling it, right? So two setups are here. If there is a gap up, it has to take a support at this level 16,400. If not, if it breaks this level of 16,350, we will look forward to selling for 100 points, right? That is again a second setup. Third setup, now if the price opens here, right, or somewhere here, and here if I get a confirmation, right, we will look forward to buying, but our quantity will be very low because we are taking a trade when the markets have suddenly fallen, right? So that means that we are going against a kind of strength, right? So we will be trading with a small quantity if at all we get to buy here. Now what if it straight away opens here, right? If it opens here, then I think you should just wait for some time because it is a huge gap down, right? So whenever there is a huge gap down, we will try and avoid and wait to see if there is any kind of setup. But yes, of course, if the price opens below here, this is the level that I will look forward, okay, to see if there is any kind of activity before going on a long or a short. And if the price breaks this level, we go on a downside, correct? So these are the zones. Now please mark them in your sheet also. Please mark them. You can see this particular levels around. Please mark them and try and understand what happens when these zones are taken out. What happens if the price comes towards this zone? Who will try to buy? Who will try to sell? All that kind of setups. Please think about it, and probably you will be able to recognize, right? You have any questions, doubt on these things, please comment on there itself. I will be more than happy to answer, right? This is my way of looking at markets, right? So we'll see you tomorrow. Today I cannot make Bank Nifty video. I'm so sorry. I have to rush somewhere, and I'll promise you that tomorrow onwards 2 videos I'll make for Nifty and Bank Nifty as well. But on a given date, I always prefer to trade on Nifty, not on Bank Nifty. I have my own reasons. So I will try and give the Bank Nifty as well, right? So let's see you tomorrow. If there is any doubts and questions on this zones itself, or anything that I have missed out and you feel there has to be something, please let me know. I will be more than happy to answer you. All right. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.